Today we are going to learn how to make this Freesia flower bag. This Freesia flower bag base has 36 holes. Insert the crochet hook in a hole in the middle of the side. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Now let's start working with single crochet stitches. Make sure not to crochet each single crochet stitch too tightly. Ensure that the length of each loop remains consistent. If the tension varies, it will affect the overall appearance of the piece. As you crochet the single crochet stitches, make sure to weave in the loose ends simultaneously. The pattern for the first round is to crochet 5 single crochet stitches, then do 1 single crochet increase. Continue following this pattern for the rest of the round until you have completed it. The last stitch of the first round should be an increase stitch. Once the first round is complete, you should have a total of 42 stitches. Remember to count them. Here, we need to make a slip stitch. To connect with first stitch. Insert into the middle of the V shape. Yarn over and through the stitch. Then starting the second round, switch to this thicker crochet hook. Put the loop on the hook. Yarn over and pull it through 2 loops. For the second round, insert your hook into the V shape and horizontal bar. You will find there is a horizontal bar. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the stitch to draw up a loop. If the steps are done correctly, there should now be 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. There should be 1 loop left on the hook. This is a tightened single crochet stitches. Repeat the previous steps. There will be a horizontal bar here. Yarn over and pull it through the stitch. Continue yarn over and pull it through the 2 loops. Insert hook through next V shape and horizontal bar. You will find that this kind of single crochet more solid than normal. Very strong. Continue crocheting single crochet stitches until the second round is complete. When working the last stitch of the second round, Make sure to pull the thread end slightly longer. Now we will use traceless slip stitch to join the first stitch. Insert the hook at this stitch. Pull up this loop. Do not pull the loop too tight. Keep it the same length as the previous loops. Insert the hook through the center of the V shape created by the slip stitch. Pull up a loop. Switch to this thicker crochet hook. Yarn over and pull it through 2 loops. The third round, make sure to insert the hook at this position. Insert the hook through the center of the vertical V shape. There will be a horizontal bar. In the third round, continue working single crochet stitches in the same manner. We need to crochet a total of 4 rounds like this, not counting the round on the base. This is the last stitch of the third round. First, locate the insertion point in the center of this V shape. The yarn end should be pulled a bit longer. Switch to the thicker crochet hook and insert it from the back of the V shape. Pull the loop through the V shape to complete the traceless stitch. Pull up the loop. This is the first stitch of our fourth round. Insert the hook through the center of the vertical V shape. Insert the vertical V shape indicated by arrow. Yarn over and pull it through the stitch. This is going to be a little tight. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. This is the last single crochet stitch of the round. At this incomplete single crochet stitch, we'll begin changing the yarn. Pull the new yarn through both loops on the hook. Remove the stitch marker from the first stitch of this round. Then, insert the hook through the center of the slanted V shape. Pull up the loop. Make a slip stitch. Then, make a chain stitch. At the same insertion point, continue to make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Then make an incomplete double crochet at same stitch. Skip this adjacent V shape. Insert into second V shape. Make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Then do an incomplete double crochet at same stitch. Yarn over. Pinch the thread with your thumb. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. If crocheted correctly, you should see two petal-like patterns here. Make a chain stitch. Mark the center of the Freesia pattern with a marker button. Then insert the needle from the center of the Freesia pattern. Make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Yarn over. At the center of Freesia pattern, continue to make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Insert needle at the lower left corner of the Freesia pattern. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Yarn over. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch.
Skip this stitch.
Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Pinch the thread with your thumb. Pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Make a chain stitch. Insert needle in the center of the Freesia pattern. Make an incomplete single crochet stitch. At the center of Freesia pattern, continue to make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Insert the hook into the bottom left corner of the petal. Make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Then do an incomplete double crochet stitch.
Skip this stitch.
Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Insert the hook into the first stitch of this round. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Move the marker. Insert the hook into the stitch where the stitch marker was placed. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Make a chain stitch. Mark the center of Freesia pattern with a stitch marker. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. At the center of Freesia pattern, continue to make a single crochet and incomplete double crochet stitch. Pull the yarn through all loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Move the stitch marker to the center of the first center of Freesia atom in the next round. Make a chain stitch. Insert needle in the center of the Freesia pattern. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. At the center of Freesia pattern, continue to make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch. Yarn over. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Insert the hook into the first stitch of this round and make an incomplete single crochet stitch. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Do an incomplete single crochet stitch in the center of the first Freesia pattern of the second round. Make an incomplete double crochet stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. Place the loop held by your thumb on the hook. Yarn over, then pull it through the two loops. Make a chain stitch. Move the stitch marker to mark the center of the Freesia pattern. You need to follow the method shown in the video to crochet a total of 7 rounds. Start by making a chain stitch from the center of the stitch pattern. Then, make a single crochet stitch. Locate the position of the stitch marker. Then remove the marker. Insert the hook into the stitch where the marker was just removed. Make a single crochet stitch. Continue crocheting single crochet stitches as shown in the video until the round is complete. This is the last stitch of this round. Cut off any excess yarn. Make a traceless slip stitch, just like before.
Now,
let's count to confirm that a total of 7 rounds have been completed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 7. Now hide the thread. Cut off any excess thread. Now switch to yarn same as bottom. Choose any stitch and make a chain stitch. Then, make a single crochet stitch. Next, make another chain stitch. From the position where you first inserted the hook, make a double crochet stitch. Skip one stitch and make a single crochet stitch into the next stitch. Then make a double crochet stitch into the stitch you just skipped. This is the last stitch for crocheting the top of the bag. Cut off excess thread. Make a traceless slip stitch, just like before. Then hide the excess thread. Hiding the needles several times can make the bag more secure. With this, the crocheting for the bag is complete. Thread the yarn through the center of the handle to wrap it. Hold down the short yarn end, crochet a chain stitch, then make a single crochet. Next, crochet 13 single crochet stitches to complete the handle wrapping. After completing 13 single crochet stitches, leave a yarn end approximately twice the length of the bag's body, then cut it off. First, locate the edge of the bag and place a marker to mark it. Then, count 21 stitches and place another marker to mark it. Note that for the handle, the side with the V shape is the front and the side without it is the back. Position the handle in the middle of the bag. When sewing, make sure that each V shape on the handle is securely connected to the body of the bag. Position the handle in the middle of the bag. Sew the other handle onto the bag using the same method, and this bag will be complete.